Hello, Phil Fontenay here. Welcome to the Motivational Mastermind. In this episode, I'll talk about how to start believing in yourself again. I'll go over many of the reasons we don't believe in ourselves and how to correct it. The aim of this podcast is to motivate, inspire, and empower you to joyfully live your life with passion, enthusiasm, and love, and to connect with your true nature to be the best that you can be. We believe in things we've never even seen. So how can we not believe in ourselves? Motivational Mastermind. How to start believing in yourself again. Part 1. Why don't we believe in ourselves? It's a strange thing that so many people on the planet today have such little belief in themselves. They have no faith in their ability to be what they want. This is definitely a glitch in the system, don't you think? To not believe in yourself must be one of the craziest, soul-destroying issues ever. I mean, I understand we all go through periods of low self-belief on some area at times. But to go through life with continuous low self-belief shouldn't happen. We basically all have the same opportunities, the same chance to make something of our lives. If you have the belief that some outside influence is to blame for what happens to you, then that's a major part of the problem. Placing the blame outside yourself. Blaming factors outside of yourself is a misguided attempt to solve your current situation, but it solves nothing. Blaming others, the economy, the weather, the government, or your spouse won't solve anything. The truth is, it'll just stick you with the issue you're blaming others for. You'll continue to be the adverse effect of them. The best thing you can do is take full responsibility for everything that happens to you. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop the blame game. You dissolve the negative mindset that's been holding you back. You must take full responsibility for everything. Nothing less will do, or the blame will just creep in again and you'll be back to square one. Now, before you say, but we can't control the economy or the government, so how am I responsible for them? Yes, you're right, but we can control how we react to them or any other situation. We can change and adapt so we become cause over the situation. Do you see what I mean? The key here is to stop blaming and start creating new possibilities for your life. The sooner you can start taking responsibility for what happens to you and stop blaming, the sooner your self-belief will increase. Programs of the past. Why you don't believe in yourself can be because of your past programming, how you were taught, and how you accepted or didn't accept that teaching. Maybe you modeled yourself on a parent, a family member, or someone else you looked up to who had their own issues. While all these things can still affect you, don't use these things as an excuse. With a little bit of work, you can change these past programs. The only way to change things is right now. The past is history. Leave it where it is. Make a decision to change right now and work on yourself in the present moment. Everything will resolve if you take consistent action to change it. We'll go over some simple methods for doing that later. Self-esteem issues. Some people see themselves as unworthy to receive anything good. They feel they're not good enough and so don't expect any favorable results. But like most of these kind of issues, there's no real reason to keep them. They're built on untruths or misconceptions. That's how strong a belief can be. It can destroy your life or create the best life imaginable. Imagine when you can use this same powerful belief system to believe in yourself. You'll have the ability to create the life you want. It can be done. It's simple, but it takes consistent action. Something you'll hear me go on about a lot. Low self-esteem is destructive and can last for your entire life if you don't do something to correct it. There's no reason for it other than the belief you're not enough or you can't be any better than you are. Step back and take a good look at it. Is that true? No, of course not. So why not just let it go? Yeah, it would be great if it was that simple, right? It kinda is, but you're going to have to put in some effort to get there. If you're the kind of person who has low self-esteem or who thinks they're not good enough, try this. Use this direct command. I am enough. Say it to yourself with full intention as often as you can every day, especially when you get the feeling you're not good enough. You gotta be consistent though. Write it big and stick it everywhere. I am enough, and believe it. Why the lack of confidence? You can't expect to somehow miraculously be confident in everything you do. Confidence comes from consistent action. It comes from the constant discipline and practice until you can do something well. It comes from the little wins and successes. It comes from the achievements along the way that show continuous improvement. The great thing is, your confidence from achieving tasks in one activity carries through to other unrelated activities. The fastest way to gain confidence is to focus on a goal you feel you can achieve. Don't make it too big or too difficult. Do a small, simple task every day that will get you to that goal. Make sure it's achievable every day so you're having successes. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. This will build confidence in yourself and your ability to achieve successes. But keep it simple. The mind doesn't care how big the win is. The results will accumulate and you will gain more confidence. Self-blame will destroy you. Self-blame is one of the most destructive activities you can engage in. Decide to stop it right now. It's holding you back and keeping you stuck in mediocrity. It does nothing for you. It's no use to you at all. Think about it for a moment. Reflect on it. What is the actual result of your self-blame? More self-blame, right? It's a vicious circle of self-deceit. It has nothing to do with taking responsibility for yourself. Do you get the idea I'm a little against self-blame? It's so destructive and so prevalent these days. We must stop it. Take responsibility instead. Of course we do things wrong. Of course we make mistakes. So what? Does self-blame fix the issue? No way. It creates more of the same issues. When you do something wrong or screw up, just take responsibility and don't blame others. Just acknowledge and admit it. If you need to, apologize to others you affected. Then do self-reflection and look back and find out where you went wrong. Look at what you could have done different and what you've learned from it. You'll feel much better from doing this. Part 2. How can we start believing in ourselves again? Believing in ourselves takes consistent action and consistent effort. You don't believe in yourself because you kept breaking agreements, all those contracts you had with yourself. You kept blaming rather than taking full responsibility for all your actions. It was a slippery slope of self-destructive behavior that got you there. Yes, I know I'm being a little dramatic, but hey, someone's got to shine the light of truth on this. Decide to take full responsibility for everything that happens to you from now on. Use self-reflection to locate where you went wrong, and more important, where you went right. Strengthen your resolve to improve and don't let anything stop you. Build your confidence with little wins. Confidence comes from little wins, little successes, and achievements. It never comes from blaming yourself for your mistakes. Focus on your wins, no matter how small or insignificant. Make your little wins into a big event. Each one will build into new self-respect and confidence if you do this. Have faith in yourself and keep going. It's this continuous, consistent action that'll get you there. You need to start believing how great you are. Each of us has unlimited creative potential. We just need to kick it into action. Use the approach I mentioned earlier and build your confidence starting now. Use well-formulated affirmations. Affirmations can work extremely well if done the correct way. The key point being, if they're done the correct way. There are some basic rules to follow when formulating and repeating affirmations. See the resources section of this post for a full description on the correct way to construct affirmations. Don't get too complicated with affirmations. They should be short and to the point. They should state what you want as if it's already happened. The most important thing is that you use visualization at the same time. See yourself achieving what it is you're aiming for. Don't just repeat the affirmation like a robot. Say it with full conviction and full intention, as though it's happened. Repeat them at least 3 times a day, and you'll get awesome results. Expect miracles. Focus on your strengths. We can't be great at everything. It's just not possible. Not only is it impossible, if you think you should be, you're in for a miserable life. The best thing you can do is find out first what your strengths are, and then create a plan to enhance them. It'll be much, much faster to increase a strength than learn something from scratch. This is hands down the fastest way to achieve results. Of course, then you can start to strengthen weaker aspects, whatever you feel those may be. If you try to be good at everything, you'll have a hard time and will just end up procrastinating anyway. You'll feel too overwhelmed and do nothing. How do I know that? It's happened to me. Call it ego or whatever. I was just so full of myself and believed I should be able to do everything. I couldn't, and pretty much got into the whole time-wasting procrastination thing. Focus on your strengths first and build from there. Cultivate the belief you can improve. I met one guy who said, "Yes, I will have faith when I see proof that what you're saying is real." That's backwards thinking. Faith and belief must come first, at least to some degree, or you most likely won't see any improvement. The belief that you can improve programs your mind with the forward momentum needed to make things happen. If you tell your mind that you don't believe what you want is possible, how many resources do you think it's going to allocate for your goal? Not much, and so you'll fail. You don't have to pretend to have 100% belief. That's just faking it anyway. But you need to have enough belief in yourself to keep yourself going and see improvement. From there, the faith that you can improve will be unstoppable. Be grateful for all you receive. By using gratitude, we let the universe know we're happy with what we're receiving, so please send more of it. When we practice gratitude, we open our hearts to an abundant life. We free our minds from the burden of continuous desire and lack. It helps us to appreciate life for what it truly is, a journey of understanding our true spiritual nature. Try being grateful for everything that comes into your life, no matter how small or insignificant. You'll be surprised how fast you start to appreciate how much you're blessed. The trouble with life these days is that it goes by too fast. Too many things attract our attention and pull us off our true purpose. Rather than feeling deep gratitude for what we have, We just desire more and more material stuff. This is a recipe for unhappiness. Practicing gratitude puts us on the path to finding out what truly makes us happy. It opens our hearts to the true beauty of who we really are. I know this may sound somewhat esoteric to many people, but gratitude is the key that can open you up to far more possibilities than you can imagine. There's a reason why so many successful people use gratitude in their daily lives. They know how important it is to their success. In fact, they attribute their success, at least in part, to practicing gratitude. The key is not to just wait until you get something to be grateful for. Practice gratitude every day for everything you have in your life. And I mean everything. Your job or business, your relationships, your family, your possessions, a kind word, a smile from someone, the air you breathe, sunshine, etc. It's a good idea to keep a gratitude journal to write in every day. Don't underestimate the power of gratitude. It keeps you motivated to achieving your goals by clearing and unblocking any stuck flows you might have. Okay, that's the end of the show today. I hope you're feeling on track and motivated. If you liked what we went over in today's episode, please share it with others. They'll appreciate it. To find links or recommendations mentioned in this podcast, please visit the site at motivationalmasterminds.com. I hope you'll come and join me here every week. This is Phil DeFontenay. See you later. Stay motivated.